So last year I made a Valentine's Day video. Can't actually remember why I made it. It was a response to a Katie's Opinions video. And it got quite a lot of hits, probably because it was a response to a Katie's Opinions video, which is quite popular. But I felt like so many people had commented on that I kind of needed to catch up with you all. What with it being Valentine's Day again, kind of like a State of the Nation type update. Now, Valentine's Day isn't exactly a day that normally makes me evaluate my life or anything like that. You know, it's usually more of a New Year's thing or something like that, or a Halloween thing even for me. But I do hate Valentine's Day. Hate. Kind of. I resent it. I resent its existence. It annoys me. So with Valentine's Day coming up again in 2 days' time, it's the 12th that I'm making this, I thought, let's talk about what's changed since last year on the relationship type front. No specifics, because, of course, you know, this is the internet and everybody is watching, including, you know, all of the people that have been involved in my life and are still involved in my life. And so it's all very well and easy to talk about the fact that you've got no relationships, because then you're not actually talking about anybody in particular. But if anything does happen... Anyway, I've changed. I've changed a lot since last Valentine's Day. I've re-evaluated what it is that I want from my life. I've always complained a lot about not having a boyfriend and wanting to be in a relationship, but I've never really done anything about it. And part of the reason for that is that I never really knew what it was that I wanted. You know, I knew there was something theoretically that people did, some sort of relationship thing. They seemed to like these relationship things, and theoretically I understood that it was a good thing, but I never really got it inside what it was that it would actually bring into my life. It was just a nebulous positive thing that was way outweighed by the stressful idea of actually trying to get into a relationship of any sort. And last year I realised what it was, what this nebulous thing really was, that I was missing out on. I was made aware of what it was I was missing out on in more specific terms rather than just bizarre nebulous terms that didn't really mean anything to me. And I thought, well, shit, yeah, I do want that. I want that a lot. And another thing that happened last year, of course, is that my brother and his wife had a baby. And that's another thing that's been very nebulous for me for a long time, that theoretically at some point I would probably like to have some children. But now I'm old, and I won't tell you how old, even though probably you can figure it out without much effort if you wander around the net enough. But I'm old, I'm not getting any younger, and there's the whole biological clock thing, and my brother's had a baby and it's really, really cute, and so it's become, again, this is another thing that's become less, it's become not nebulous, it's become real and solid in my life all of a sudden, this thing that, well, yeah, I want to have kids, and if I'm going to have kids, I kind of need to have them soon-ish. I mean, I don't mean like today or, you know, this year, but there's only so much time left over before it gets dicey, you know, and I haven't even in a relationship yet, so there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done before the children can actually be, you know, a thing that can be done, at least in a practical manner. So, yeah, my outlook on what it is that I want has changed radically over the last 12 months. I've gone from being very, oh, you know, this would be nice, might be fun, but actually I'll just sit in my room and moan about the fact that I don't have it and worry about it, to, yeah, I want this. I want a relationship, and I want somebody there that I'm comfortable with and that I feel safe with, and that I feel that I can say anything to and without being rejected for my opinions. I mean, that's the thing, when you go looking for somebody that's going to be compatible with you, you get all caught up in having to like the same things and believe the same things and want the same things. And to a certain extent, sure, I mean, you know, if they want 10 children and you don't want any children, that's going to be an issue, you know, I mean, if they're a rabid born-again Christian that believes everybody else is going to hell and you're an atheist, it's probably not going to work out. But it doesn't matter if two people don't believe in the same things or even aren't interested necessarily in, you know, I mean, in the same kind of TV programs or movies, as long as they can accept the fact that the other person is like that, because that's how I feel about it. It's like, I don't want someone to agree with every single thing that I believe in, as long as they don't try and persuade me not to believe in them. You know, it's like, as long as they can accept the fact that I just happen to think something different, I think it makes it quite interesting, you know? Gives you something to talk about. It's interesting to see how people differ from each other, you know. I kind of like that, the way people are so different, how they end up so different. And I have no idea what I'm talking about now. I've kind of slightly wandered and gotten a bit lost. Anyway, my point is that I think people get a bit caught up when they reach this stage, the stage of, right, I shall find someone, in the niggly little details that don't actually matter. Because I think when you meet someone that you really like, all that stuff is irrelevant almost. It's you know, you like them despite it, you like them because of it, you just like them for no reason that you can even firmly put your finger on. And for me, I think there's a lot to be said for just generally thinking someone's awesome. You know, it's like if someone thinks that you're great and nothing that you can do can change their mind about that, and you think the same, then you're in this place where you're both completely safe, because you can trust them completely with your entire life, because they think you're great and they will accept whatever you bring to them, and you will accept whatever they bring to you. And that's what I'm looking for. And whether I'll find that or not is another thing altogether. I've been dating a bit lately, and I'll be honest, I'm finding it quite traumatic. Not specifically traumatic, but I don't judge people very well. Well, I mean, some people can automatically tell what other people are thinking, or can at least make a reasonable guess at it. I can't. I don't read people well. I look at people's faces and I don't know what's going on inside there, you know. It's like, if they don't tell me what's going on, I have no idea what's going on. So when you go on a date with someone, I don't know how to tell how it's going. I can guess from, like, actions, you know. I need actions, actual behaviour to go on. I can't guess from subtle stuff. And so I quite often come away from dates kind of thinking, well, I had a nice time, but I have absolutely no idea what they think of me, and I'm a bit insecure and paranoid, so I feel like they hate me. Well, not that they hate me, but, you know, I can't tell. I can't tell whether it's gone well. It's as simple as that. I really can't. I don't know how to tell. And I find it all quite... It's not too bad, but the after-date thing I find very stressful. That uncertainty and that wondering whether you did it right. I don't like that. I don't like being judged. I've never liked being judged. And you are being judged on a first date. And, you know, depending on who the person is, I mean, I guess some people can be very judgmental, so you could be being judged really harshly without even knowing it. I've got a lot of fight tests at the moment as well, so there's a lot of judging of me going on in general. It's quite exhausting. I had my knife test on Friday, which I passed. And I did, you know, I think I did well in it. Didn't get distinction. Got my broadsword test this Sunday, and hoping, I know I'll pass, well, probably, unless I accidentally, you know, kill my partner with a broadsword or something. I should pass. It would be nice to get distinction. I'm not going to hold my breath, because I get really disappointed if I get worked up about these things, so I'm not going to. But that's, you know, it's like another thing. There's a bit of me that kind of wants to go, okay, I've been on a few dates, and the dates themselves were nice, but the whole trying to figure out if people like the thing is just really stressful, and can I go and hide under the covers now, you know? And then every now and then you meet someone that just seems perfect for you, and somehow it never works out. But I'm feeling philosophical about things at the moment. Stressed but philosophical. I've not given up on the possibility that things might just decide to work out, I guess. One way or the other, in some way. Anyway, I've also been writing some new songs lately. I know I've put one of them up already because it was kind of topical. But I've written a few, and I'll have a go at recording one of them now that I wrote a few months ago. I haven't, because I'm not, like I said in the other song post, I'm not that great a guitar player, and I can write songs, generally using the same chords over and over again, but I quite often can't actually play the songs that I've written. But I've been practicing a little bit, and let's see how it goes. I am not a spiteful person, I just wanna live my life. I'm not looking for salvation, I just want a chance to fly. Why am I always the one to fall? Find my back up against a wall. Can't you see I'm the one who can't take the pain at all? Put your arms around me tight, let's pretend it'll be alright. Make believe you're mine tonight, and let me fly. I'm not a spiteful person, I know others can feel pain. I'm just trying to stop from falling down that deep black hole again. Why am I always the one to fall? Find my back up against a wall. Can't you see I'm the one who can't take the pain at all? Put your arms around me tight, let's pretend it'll be alright. Make believe you're mine tonight, and let me fly. I'm not looking for forgiveness, I'm not asking you to fall. I just wish there was a way to get back where my life was whole. Why am I always the one to fall? Find my back up against a wall. Can't you see I'm the one who can't take the pain at all? Put your arms around me tight, let's pretend it'll be alright. Make believe you're mine tonight, and let me fly.